Hello everybody! Here are my lovely books behind me and my bookshelf and my book setup, and I'm actually moving soon. You either get to see my bookshelves now or never. So I'm just gonna kind of give you a tour of my most beautiful and prized possession of everything that I own, which is my books. I love them so much. This space means so much to not only me, but also my roommate, because they're also her books too on here. So I'm just gonna give you an overview, and then I'll kind of go more in depth to my books. But yeah. Okay, everything on these white bookshelves are all books that I or my roommate have read. So these are like our read shelves. And then we have a separate shelf, which is like my TBR shelf. But this first shelf, we try to keep authors together. So this first shelf is just going to be authors that we have multiple books from. To start off, we have Christina Lauren, and then Jenny Han, The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy, and then we have the Twisted series, which, fun fact, I actually have only read the first two, but I decided to DNF the rest, and since I already had, I bought the full series. I just went ahead and put them over here because I'm never going to read them, but they look good up here, so what can I say? And then we have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, the indie copy and the published version. That's actually my roommate's two books. And then we have all my Hannah Grace books. I love Hannah Grace so much. And then we have K.L. Walther books, Elsie Silver, and Lauren Asher. And then the two little guys are so cute that we have on here. This is my roommate's. Isn't she freaking adorable, guys? She's going off to school with her little books. And then I painted this with my mom. It's a little worm, but it's my little bookworm. Get it? He's so cute. Okay. And then this next shelf is my absolutely beloved. I love this shelf so much because this shelf is the home to the Addicted Callaway series, which, if you don't know anything about me, the first thing you need to know is Addicted Callaway is my entire world. I love this series so much. So these are my books. I have the indie published version, and then unfortunately they stopped selling that when I got towards the end of the series right here. And then we have my roommates, and they're so gorgeous because they're all cohesive. They're the new published versions. And then we have just this little vase that I made literally my freshman year of college, and I just kind of stuck her here because I thought she was cute. And then sitting up here, we have the Bad Reputation duet, which is not technically a part of the series, but it is. It's in the same world. So that's why she's just sitting up here. I love this cover so much. I think that she's absolutely stunning. Isn't she gorgeous? Anyways, so that's that shelf. And then same for the shelf, just more romance books. We try to keep authors together, but then also, like, since me and my roommate do read a lot of the same books, we try not to keep the same copies together. Like, it makes it look like we have more books, if I'm being for real. So, oh, let me actually fix that right now. Sarah Adams, Ghosted. We have a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. There's more Taylor Jenkins Reid down here, but like I said, we try and keep the same books separated, so that's why. 7 Year Slip, Love Lettering, and then Beach Read, two different copies of Beach Read, the special edition, and then the regular. The special edition is also my roommate's. Conditions of Will, What We Keep, and then over here we have the Windy City series, Love at First Booked, Four Aunties and a Wedding, Abby Jimenez, Meet Me in the Margins, The Fixer Upper, Love Hypothesis, There's Something About Mary. So just random romance. Random romance. You'll kind of notice a theme also. This little, it's supposed to be like a bookend, but it works out perfectly because we keep our Kindles right here when we're not using them. So my roommate is not using hers, but it's not right there. They normally stay and hang out right there in their little home right there. You'll notice a trend on this whole shelf is going to be predominantly, actually entirely romance, because that's what I would say we read the most of, which is crazy because I feel like I read more fantasy, but the books say romance. But I have been reading romance for longer, so that also makes sense. And then this shelf down here is actually a bit of a hot mess, if I'm being honest, because I was like, oh, perfect, I'm gonna have my YA books down here. And then I put them down here and I was like, oh, but then all I really have left to go down here is my dark romance. But I don't read that much of dark romance, so it's like dark romance, YA slash other. Kind of a hot mess, but still all romance. So we have Conditions of Will, some more Taylor Jenkins Reid, Dishonestly Yours, Perfect Addiction, Gus, Brightside, A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, Darling Venom, the Mind F series, Butcher and Blackbird, Before We Were Strangers, The Way I Used to Be, and then over here is all of our YA books. We have Lynn Painter's YA, If Only He Had Been With Me, If Only I Had Told Her, Happily Never After, If He Had Been With Me, The Start of Me and You, Tell Me Three Things, A Thousand Boy Kisses, Things We Know by Heart, A Necessary Drama, Since You've Been Gone, Everything, Everything. And then we have this lovely little book nook, which everybody sees and they're so cute, and you're like, man, I really want that on my shelf. Just be warned, and I'm warning you now, that you don't want to make that. Literally, the thing does not turn on. You have to be an electrician to build that thing, basically. And it will take you forever. I'm on the floor right now. I wish that y'all could see me. I'm trying to get this shot for y'all. It looked like somebody would be like, paint me like one of your French girls. That's what I feel like right now. Anyways, okay, this bottom shelf is going to be double series, like I said, because me and my roommate, I'm currently holding off Lady with my foot so she doesn't come in the frame. Anyways, so we have Magnolia Parks double, all the original covers, so they're beautiful, and with the force, stay over there.
Lady.
Go. And then we have Boys of Tommen, which, if you can see here, that's not right, that's not pretty, but it is what it is, and unfortunately those are mine. So these top ones are mine, and then these bottom ones are my roommate's. I bought these two like forever ago, before I started the series, and I didn't realize, first of all, that I didn't buy the first one, and then second of all, that they were even special edition, and by that time, I don't even think they were special edition. I think that it was just like a weird publication thing that they first did these, and then they were like, they're ugly, which they are, fixed themselves, but I had already bought those two and I'm not gonna rebuy them. So it is what it is. Anyways, so that's this shelf. I'll get off the floor now and I'll show you the rest. So right here's gonna be all of my Zodiac Academy books. I have read the whole series, but I'm waiting for them to come out in the new publishing editions. And then right here we have my roommates, which you can't really see, but I'll just give you a better glance later. This middle shelf is honestly kind of a little bit of everything, but not romance for the most part. So right here we kind of just have thrillers slash dystopian. We don't read much of those, so that's why it's kind of a small shelf. But we have Freida McFadden, The Silent Patient, The Maiden, We Were Liars, another The Silent Patient. And then we have You Killed Me First, One for My Enemy, We Were Liars, Scythe, and then Hunger Games. So that's this shelf. And then up here, the two little trinkets that we just have this little crocheted heart, and then this little, I'm pretty sure a gift card is in here. So just this little gift card box. It looks like a little book. She's cute. Then this middle shelf is pretty much going to be YA, not specifically romance. But we have all of my Jennifer Lynn Barnes books right here. So we have the Naturals, and then we have the Inheritance, and then my special edition Inheritance book, which I'll give you, with the little sprayed edges. She's pretty, she's cute. And then we have my Holly Jackson books right here. So we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Good Girl, Bad Blood, As Good as Dead, One of Us is Lying. So those are those books. This middle shelf we have literary fiction slash some memoirs. So we have Bright Young Woman, Tom Lake, Cultish, The Third Gilmore Girl, Dinner for Vampires, Green Lights, In 5 Years, Where the Crawdads Sing, The Wishing Game, Everything I Never Told You, Imagine Heaven, Alone with You in the Ether, Pineapple Street, and then another Wishing Game. And then we have this cute little bear, this little trinket, and then this Smells Like She's Reading Again candle that has never been burned. So these are just favorite authors, so we just have them together, which is Abby Jimenez and Emily Henry. So we have Part of Your World, Yours Truly, Just for the Summer, Beach Read, Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation. And then in this little guy just holds, once again, just another bookend, and it holds all of our bookmarks. So this shelf is honestly all books that I want to get rid of because I either have a copy already or I just have no desire to read, which is Flawless, Magnolia Parks in the new covers, and then The Naturals. I already have that. And then this little cute Lego set that says Once Upon a Time. It's a little typewriter, adorable. And then we have historical fiction. So we have Lovely War, The Nightingale, and Winter Garden. Yeah, this little guy holds a plant. Plant's not in here, but normally she holds a plant. But she's kind of in the way, so I don't really know what to do with her right now. But she's just gonna kind of hang there. Anyways, this top shelf, this top shelf and kind of the rest is all fantasy. So to start out, we kind of have our trilogies right here. I have my beautiful special edition of The Cruel Prince standing right here. She is gorgeous and I love her, and she's my little baby and she deserves a kiss. Anyways, we have the Cruel Prince trilogy, the Powerless trilogy, Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and then we have Serpent and the Wings of the Night duology, and then just a single Powerless over here because my roommate has not decided if she wants to continue on with the series. So that's that. We have the beautiful, most amazing little shrine for Fourth Wing. So the Empyrean series is right here. My copies, my roommate's copies. And then we have our two little dragons that we got from the Onyx Storm release party. They're so cute. Me and my mom painted pottery. My mom painted Taryn and Adarna. They're so cute. So that's them right there. And so they hold down the Empyrean series over here. And then right here, just this little vase with flowers, this little book vase. And then we have Babel, Small Town Big Magic, the X-Hex, the Kiss Curse, another X-Hex, and then one singular Twilight copy. Right here we have the amazing Sarah J. Maas Shrine. We have ACOTAR right here, Crescent City right here. I have all these special editions of Crescent City, so they're all gorgeous and they look like this. Mwah, love them. And then we have my freaking baby. I love this series so much, and that is none other than Throne of Glass. And then back here I have the UK box set of Throne of Glass because these are my roommates, and then mine are the UK editions. So, and then right here I'm actually slowly going back through and I'm tabbing my probably favorite book of all time, which is Kingdom of Ash. So depending on the day, either that or Hell House Flower. It depends on what mood you catch me in. So that's right there. And then down here, I'm not even gonna show you. I mean, I'll give you a little peek. Give you a little teaser. But that is just all my Colleen Hoover books / books I read, either had to in high school or just like when I was starting to get into reading and I had no idea what I was reading. But those are down there and they're not organized. They're just thrown down there. So, and then hanging on these little floating shelves, we have another set of The Cruel Prince, and then Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. We have this little For the Plot sign that my roomie made, and then go over here and we have another little ACOTAR floating shelves moment. So that is the book room. That is my bookshelves. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and my bookshelves. I'm so sad that I won't have them anymore. It'll be a while until I set up my next book space, but they'll be missed, they're loved, just like I love y'all. I hope y'all are having the bestest day. Y'all mean the absolute world to me, more than you'll ever know. Mwah, mwah.